Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we're going to be working on a 12 by 12 layout. We are going to be scrap lifting one of my older layouts. It's in the top right hand corner of your screen. We're going to be using papers mostly that are from the paper pad that was in the February 2022 Mini Kit Monday Mega Kit. They're from the paper pad from DCWV. I think it was called Get It Girl or something like that. It's very, very pretty. Look at these papers. So pretty. We are just going to be basically doing kind of like a block layout. We're going to have a block inside of the 12 by 12, and then we're just going to put our photos in there and embellish. It's a very simple layout. It's very much like you can see the one in the top right hand corner of your screen. So I did go ahead and ink the edges because I wanted to put this border around it of the dark gray, and it just seemed like it was blending in a lot. So I just got a light color gray. It's a heather. It's called heather. It's kind of like a tanny gray color. It's really pretty, and inked the edges with that. We are going to still have the gray border as well. We're going to go ahead and put that down here and commit to that and just trim it up. We have less than 1/4 of an inch on all the sides of that with that gray. We're going to go ahead and ink the edges again. You can see how in some of the spots the trimming of the border was not so good, but that's okay because you can see that original, right? You can see how there's a rip up at the top and there's a rip over on the right hand bottom side. We're going to go ahead and mimic that. So some of the areas where I messed up the trimming of the border, they're not going to be noticeable anyways, because we're going to go ahead and rip those off. I just started the rip with a pair of scissors, and the reason I did that is because I wanted it to be in a specific spot, but also there's 2 layers of paper there. Just seemed like it'd be easier. I do struggle with this for a minute because I do have the other layer down. Perhaps I should have did the rip before I did the border, but actually no, I don't think that would have worked very well now that I'm thinking about it. It works out fine. It was a struggle for me because there was 2 layers. You can see I'm struggling with it, but I am going to do this one right here. That one's going to be a little bit bigger, and then we're going to go ahead and work on the other one at the bottom right. We're going to skip away and come back to it. You can see I am using those cutter bee scissors to kind of rough up the edges. This one is going to be up at the top right. That's where I said I wanted to make that one a little bit bigger. Remember, it was just looked like a horseshoe when we did go ahead and rip that out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of this piece as well. Now, I don't actually really measure it. There should be an inch around each side, but I didn't really measure it or use a ruler. I just eyeballed it and stuck it down. That works fine. I'm not super picky on a lot of these layouts about how, straight things are. We are going to be using photo placement holders on this one. This is another piece of paper that is from that Get It Girl paper pad. It's a peachy color. We're just going to leave a small border around these 2 photo placement holders. Yeah, I wasn't sure what kind of photos that I wanted to be using on this. So, yeah. We're doing the photo placement holders. These pre-made layouts will come in handy someday. So we'll see exactly what I end up doing with all of these layouts with just the photo placement holders on them. It's very cute. I wanted more yellow in there, so I did take this strip of yellow paper, also from the same paper pad. Yeah, I do believe every single piece of paper on here is from that paper pad. Very cute. I am going to go ahead and put that down right there. Here is the T-square ruler that does not come out and play very often, but in this case, I apparently let it come out and play. We are going to go ahead and put these photos down right over that, or the photo placement holder, the photo block, down right over that strip, right like that. So cute. Now that's the base of our page. The base of our page is done. We're going to start embellishing. I will pull out some embellishments here. I end up going with several of the, or a few of the Maggie Holmes foam flowers. Is that what they're called? They're not like foam stickers. They're that thick foam. You can see what they are right there. It's a piece of foam with a sticker on the top of it. I ended up going for those. I am going to use 2 large ones and a smaller one. Now you can see down that rip down there at the bottom right, it got away from me a little bit. I should have left that exposed because I actually think it looks pretty cool right now. But if you saw me going through, I don't know if I left it in there when I was looking at some of the embellishments, I do pull in those gold photo corners. So I didn't have a corner to put a photo corner on down there, right? So I will end up covering that up because I needed a corner for a photo corner. You can see right here, I am putting this little piece up on some foam tape. We're going to layer it on that gray circle piece that we had out here, that I had floating around the page searching for a home. It says fall in love with moments. It's very cute. Now the original one, I didn't need the words on it or the design that was on that circle, but I really liked the idea of adding more gray because that centerpiece is the peach and the gray and the yellow splotches, like, you know, pieces of paint splotches. So I did want to have, I did think the idea of having a little bit more gray was pretty good. You see how on that pattern paper, that flower just fits right in that notch where I cut out. looks kind of cool. Like I intended on that to happen, but I certainly did not. I am going to put just a little sliver of yellow up here. I felt like it needed some. So yeah, I tried a couple different things under there, and this is what we're going to end up going with, which is cool. I do pull out these acrylic hearts. I've been using the heck out of these this month. I love it. I'm so glad those were on my desk and were able to find their way into my kit. That's pretty cool. However, on this page, we are not going to be using them. I knew I wanted more gold, right? I knew I wanted to put these, or not more gold, but I knew I wanted to use these gold photo corners. So of course I'm going to need more gold. So we're going to get rid of those white acrylic hearts and we'll bring in some gold heart brads instead. Now I'm not 100% correct that I'm even using these photo corners correctly. See? Didn't work. We're going to cover that up. I'm not 100% sure that I am using these photo corners correctly. I just put glue underneath it and stick them down. And I don't even really know if that's how they go. They look cute. They're not functional, but they look cute in my opinion. Now here, I will try out a couple different flowers up there to see if maybe something else will work. This one's giving me a rough time. In the end, we do end up using that one, even though I think that one would have looked pretty good. Even that one would have looked pretty good. But yeah, we do end up using that small one in the end. Yeah, I thought we were going to go with this one. I couldn't find a way to make, I wanted to use this embellishment. I definitely wanted to use that with the gray because I was already married to that gray, right? But I couldn't find another place on the page that I liked it. So we're going to go back to how it looked originally because that's the way I had liked it the best when it was sitting right there. We're going to end up taking this smaller foam one and tucking it under there. I will use that yellow one down at the bottom to cover up that corner. So we will only have like 3 photo corners on this layout. Yeah, it's going to go about like that. Hello will end up down there where I just tried it out. I am going to be putting some foam dots on one side of it because it's going to be layered over one of those thick foam flowers. So I do need to have the part that's not over the flower, I do need to have something under it just to hold it up. The foam flower is thicker than the foam dots I had. They would have worked great and they would have been more level if I would have doubled up on the foam dots, but I did not really want to do that. It doesn't bother me. It does create a little bit of shadowing there with it kind of tilted a little bit. I think that's very cute. So we're going to go ahead, go back with the photo corners, and you can see I just keep using my art glitter glue. I'm putting the art glitter glue on the bottom of the metal. I don't even know. I have it laid out in front of me and they seem to be down, so I guess it worked. I do end up putting something heavy over, well, heavy-ish, over a couple of those photo corners because you can see it's moving. You can especially see that with that one down there at the bottom. It's moving way out of place. So I am going to finish off, like I said, putting more gold with these gold heart brads. These are really cute. I'm surprised I haven't used these a lot more in the past. I'm glad these were on my desk too in February because they were really fun to play with. All right, guys, we're not going to do anything else to this layout after that's down, I don't believe. Here's our last brad. We're not going to do anything else to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me. This was a part of the Mini Kit Monday, February 2022 Mega Kit, so please do make sure you check out the other Mini Kit Monday ladies, Dollie and Kathy. And also, if you'd like to support my channel, you can go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. I will have everything linked down below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.